Hello! How's it going, people of YouTube? And welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to PGA Tour 2K23. Now, I'm going to do a quick review of how my careers went so far, and maybe lay down some of the ground rules for the PGA Tour. I don't know if I did this at the start of my career. Maybe I did, but I wasn't really maybe as precise. So we'll do a review. So let's go to the Q School. So I will say that the Q School was not my first attempt. I think it was about attempt number 4 or 3 or 4. I can't remember. I don't know why that's went there. Let's go back. Oh, sorry. Wrong button. It's R3. Sorry. So let's go back to the Q School. So, as I say, this was probably my 3rd or 4th attempt. I can't remember. Because the game was new, I'd say we struggled initially. And I was shooting over par like 10, 8, 9, 7, 6, 5. A lot over par rounds. I think the first, it might have been pro setting in my society that actually broke par. So I had a couple of attempts at doing the Q School. So when we made the final run, which is this one, we finished 2 under par. I thought it was actually quite a good score. Probably at that point, especially on master level, it would probably be one of my first rounds under par. Maybe the second. So you can see there, Martin Lang was 5 under par. Ian Stewart was 4. Elias Ernst was 3 under. Juan Pablo Trujillo 3 under par. We finished 2 under par. We actually played semi-decent. But we actually ended up getting the Q School qualification. So we then proceeded to the Korn Ferry. And I'm actually quite happy with how I did. You know, to play in master level, to play 4 rounds of golf, for me is what I'm all about. I want the realism. I just prefer playing 4 rounds of golf. You know, having that cut line's good. You know, and then trying to maybe make the weekend, try to push as high up the leaderboard as you can. So I think we actually did okay. You know, the Korn Ferry Tour opener, that was actually quite a good tournament. It's actually probably worthwhile going back and watching round 2. I think, in fact, can we actually see the event leaderboard? Because I think we opened up with I think we were over par. We were 5 over. Yeah, 78. I think we were 5 over. No. 7 over. Yeah, we were 7 over par. I think it's a par 71. Does it say anywhere? It's a par 71. Let's just check that with Billy. Actually, we should be able to course details. Yeah, par 71. So, not the best of starts. 7 over par. Not great, to be honest. That second round was absolutely phenomenal. We started to play well. We were under par. I think we made a couple of mistakes near the end, and it ended up we were on the 18th tee, and we needed to make a birdie. We were 1 shot behind the cut line. The cut line, I think, was plus. What was the cut line? Was it plus 5? Plus 4? But anyway, we're on the last tee. We needed to make a birdie. We're on the tee. We drove into the bunker off the tee. It wasn't exactly a terrible shot, but we got into the bunker. Certainly, the bunker lie was pretty good, but we still, I think it was maybe 80 to 90%. It was a really good lie in the bunker, but it's a difficult green. If you remember that course, there's water running up the right hand side of the green, and we went for a shot. I think we hit the shot slow, and we kind of came off the bank. Decent shot onto the green. I think we had about a 20-foot putt, and we needed to make that putt to make the cut, and we absolutely drained it. I think the commentator said something like, "Oh, I think this is going to drop," and as soon as they say that, you know that it's probably going to miss. But we made the cut line, absolutely brilliant. But third and fourth round, we really struggled, to be honest. 74, 77, just absolutely fell by the wayside. 14 over, we finished. We tied 66, or 66 on our own, in the opening tour. To make the cut, I think was the first hurdle. Um, but yeah, that was good. The Grayson Classic, again, was starting to move up the leaderboard. We shot 69. I think that was two under. I think it was another par 71. Rounds 2 and 3, couple over par, and then went into the final round. We shot 78. I think we were actually pushing. I think we possibly could have had a top 10. I think when we started the round, if I remember, I think we were tied 12th or something. So, a little bit of an improvement. Thieves Landing. Then we went to the Fellowship Open, which was actually Sawgrass, which is probably one of my favourite courses, if I'm honest. And we started off really well. I think the par at Sawgrass is at 70. What is it? 72, 71? Par 72. So we were 4 under par at the start of that. I thought was a pretty good opening round. Again, a course that we knew. And then it went a bit pear-shaped the second round. I think if I remember, I think we just made the cut with a putt. I think with a putt of about 8 to 10 foot with a bit of break on it. We had to make that putt to make the cut. I think that's the way it went. Round 3 is 70, and then round 4 with a poor finishing round score of 78. We've been making mistakes in a lot of our rounds, even continuing to just the recent round there. But overall, tied 28th. We moved up the leaderboard again. We went from 66, tied 31st, tied 28. So it wasn't, it was an okay tournament. We could have really maybe have finished decent. I think we mucked up. I think it was hole 13, the par 3. We actually took a 12, if I remember. So we could have had a really good tournament there. Again, a little bit of course management maybe would come into play in that hole, playing it safer instead of maybe trying to always get close to the pin. But it's easy to say, play the safer shot. But yeah, it wasn't the worst tournament, but it wasn't the best either. The Kelly Classic for me was a turning point of the season in the Korn Ferry Tour. I think let's just check the par. I think it was a par 72. Now, Kelly Classic, I think, will be pivotal in all the wrong reasons. We started off par 72. I think we opened up with a double bogey at the first hole, and then we kind of got back, and then we bounced back and forth, hitting birdies and bogeys. We seem to always get a bogey, then get a birdie, then get a bogey straight after it, or get the bogey, then bounce back with a birdie, and it's just consistency is probably something we should be aiming for. First round, the level par, pretty decent. Second round, 3 over par. I think the cut line did we make? I don't know if that was the one where we just made the cut line in the final green. It was either Sawgrass or this one. I can't remember exactly. But we did make the cut, and then round 3 and 4 were just, I don't know, I think it was round 4, or it might have been round 3, I think it might have been round 4. I don't think I had a par in the front 9, it was all bogeys, double bogeys, birdies, I probably even had an eagle as well. Absolutely just all over the place. But that course, I thought the greens were very, very difficult. Fast, I think they were 155. But our putting on it was absolutely horrendous. I don't know how many times we actually putted off the green, which is actually highly embarrassing. But after that tournament, I think I reset my I did a swing calibration, and I actually like tried to play a little bit within myself instead of always playing like maybe 105% power, 104. Tried to play nearer the 100%, and I went away and I actually practiced on another course, and I kind of put my head and said, right, I need to get back in this because I was enjoying it, but I wasn't enjoying it at the same time. So we went to the Haven Championship at Tahitian Escape, which I thought looked as if it was going to be a difficult course. It just looked that kind of way, and we absolutely played fantastic. Let's go, and I'll not really bother with the course details. So there you can see 4th place, pretty good, pretty solid. 4th place on our own. 71, 69, 68, 66. Progressively got better as the rounds went on. Can't remember much about the first round. I think we were actually going quite well, and I think we messed up somewhere. But good steady play, got us back in, and that probably actually got our tour card, because I think at that time we were tied 55th. So, we had to really get a result somewhere, and that was it. And then obviously the last one there, the Summit Championship, quite a disappointing finish to the Korn Ferry tour, because we really could have. I'm not saying we could have won it, but I think we possibly could have finished really, really well. We opened up 8 under, 63. Now, funny enough, that was tied with Hunter Long, as you see there. He shot 63, but we actually made hole 15 and 17. We made an absolute. We hit the water in 17. Can't remember what we did. I think we hit the water also on that round. We were actually really. I think we were actually going for maybe even a possible sub 60 round. And I played a shot that was. It was too neat. We should have played. We should actually just have weighed up. We probably would have got the birdie easy. I think I went for. I don't know. It was a hybrid, I think, at the time. Or the 5-wood, can't remember what club it was. Went for the green, and it was one of those clubs that if it made it probably would have been short when I think about it. But I was trying to be too neat. I was trying to really go for the eagle. But what I should have done, weighed up, got the birdie, moved on. Made the mistake. 17th, we went for the green, pulled a slight fast, hit the water. And I can't remember what score I got, but I basically made 2 mistakes, still shot 8 under. The rest of it, rounds 2 and 3 were kind of 1 over pars each round. Again, was under par, was making good headway in the second round, and I think I got to about 10 under par. And I made a mistake. I'm trying to think what hole it was. I actually can't remember. I think I made a mistake in the 17th in that round, but I don't know if I made a mistake before that as well. Yeah, in round 3, I can't remember much about it. Again, I think I made errors. And round 4 was kind of. I actually played that this morning, and yeah, I kind of started off. I think I made a couple of birdies. Starting to get back, and then the back 9 just was. I don't know what happened. I lost a bit of my composure, my timing. Yeah, that is what it is. Basically, the last tournament, we're tied 32nd, which is not the best finish, but at the end of the day, we actually had a tour card, and we did eventually get a tour card for the PGA Tour. So that's a little review of how things have went. So as you can see there, we have qualified for the PGA Tour. What's going to happen now? We head out to Craggy Heights, the Bluff Championship. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. The Bluff Championship. We'd have a wee drink of tea. So we head to the Bluff Championship. The Championship Invitational, you've got to be in the top 50 of the FedEx Cup. So in these 3 tournaments, if you can actually play semi-decent and maybe qualify for the Champions Invitational, it could be quite good. But that's the first tournament. We also have rivals to go for. Now we've got 3 to choose from. I'm going to make a choice. I don't think, because you do get, it's probably Nike shoes. I think you'll get with it might be even Air Jordans. I don't know what that middle thing is. Ricky Fowler, you get a club, a hat, and some tweak, and Bubba Watson's got the ping. So I'm either going to go with Bubba Watson or Ricky Fowler. I've not made my mind up who I'm going to go for. I don't think it's going to be Varner. I think it's going to be one of these two. I could actually do this and close my eyes and go there. I don't know whether I'll do that though. But that's my rivals. Now, I'm sticking fast with the sponsors. I don't want to chop and change. So in the Korn Ferry, we actually signed a contract with Nike. Now, the Nike contract, as far as I'm led to believe, is only shoes and gloves. So we do have tier 1, tier 2 open, so we're wearing the glove and the shoes. And I think that's all we get. We've got a tweak perk there, rear fitting, we've got another glove, another shoes, glove. So my plan is, and this is what I want to do when I sign a contract, I want to complete the contract, and only until I unlock all the tiers am I going to go to another contract or sign another contract. That's what I want to do. So our clothing is Nike. Our golf club, we still have clubs and balls, and we've actually only got another tier to unlock, and we'll be free from that contract. So maybe I might be able to push that through in the first tournament. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And then we can sign with whoever. I think we've actually got open contracts with all the manufacturers, which is actually pretty good. I mean, maybe if we take on Bubba Watson, we might sign for Ping. Although they have got a clothing, I think that might knock the Nike one out. Oh, the Ping answer. I love the Ping answer. So that's something that we may do. I'm not sure. I've not really thought about it. Like Wilson there, and well, Ping, yeah, they're clothing. Mizuno is another one. We'll come to it when we get to that hurdle. We'll come to it, but I'm going to be quite strict with sponsorship. I'm not going to chop and change. I want to complete all the tiers, and that's about it. So we're on the verge of starting our PGA Tour career. Really looking forward to it, to be honest. I think it's going to be quite interesting. And I've also changed. I'll just get to the club now. My clothing sponsor, as you can probably see there, if we go to, sorry, wrong one. If we go to Walker, we'll go to the apparel, and as you can see there, in fact, I really need to change. Do you know what? I need to change the glove for this. I want to have the Nike glove. So there's Nike glove. Select. So round 1, as you can see there, we've got a Nike shoes on and a glove. The rest of it's pretty much stayed the same. I've just tried to change the trouser colour, but we've still got we don't really have much, like the Nike kind of contract technically is only shoes and gloves, so we've got them fitted. The golf bag we have changed. I've actually went with a tailor-made Stealth Plus driver 3-wood and 5-wood combo. I still have I think this is is it my Sum Zero Sum 950s. So as I say, the contract club, I keep doing that. I mean to go back. So we're going to stick with those. I have now the pitching wedge, because that club set only goes up to a 9. It doesn't actually include the pitching wedge. The pitching wedge that you get, I think, is a 2K anyway. It's not the golf club, where these are the golf club. I've put in a tailor-made basically. So one I've unlocked and one of my tiers. So I've got this as a kind of random, just like an oddball club, because you don't have a golf club wedge. It's a 2K wedge you have. And then for the wedges, I've actually went with the, what is this club called? The MYM G3. Now these are all the same club. It's just different colours of head. Like there's a black, a silver, and maybe a tungsten, titanium, whatever. So basically, I've actually got the gap wedge is the darker one. The medium steel is the sand wedge, and the lightest one's the lob wedge. I just thought I'd mix it up a little bit. And then we've got the gold putter, which I'm going to try out for the first PGA Tour event. And obviously the golf ball there, we have the golf club skin. I think the ball type is just a default ball. But the appearance is really just like skins. It doesn't really do anything. But I'm going to keep the golf club ball because we are contracted with the golf club. The golf clubs actually don't do anything. It's really just the appearance. We did have the gold driver fitted. In fact, if we were to pick the gold driver, in fact, I'm going to change. It doesn't really make any difference. And I've picked the wrong one again. Oh, it's so annoying. So it's just the same. So we're actually going to go with the blue Stealth Plus, and we're going to select. I don't know whether to go. I might go with a blue shaft. I'll go with this one. And we'll kind of go with the blue grip as well. So that's us got the clubs select, and that is going to be the kind of pre-show for the PGA Tour. I've probably talked for 22 minutes, that's not too bad. So anyway, that's going to be the criteria for the PGA Tour. I may record it later today, possibly. I might even do 2 rounds, I don't know, I'm unsure, because I actually want to get my steering wheel out as well and do some Gran Turismo, and maybe F1. Or I might even go out, because I think it's still dry. I don't know what I'm doing. My head, I'm trying to do like 10 things at once. But anyway, that is going to be the criteria. And just a little overview of the Korn Ferry, which I'm quite happy. I think it's quite an honest reflection of a golfer that would be starting out his career mode. You know, we're not winning tournaments, we're not top 10s. You know, until near the end of the season in the Korn Ferry, so I'm quite happy with how I played. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I played bad. In fact, I played bad this morning when I played. It is what it is, you know. But we're getting our head round the master swing. I think we're getting kind of more consistent, hopefully. And the start of the PGA Tour, I'm really looking forward to it. To be honest, I've enjoyed the tour career. The tour career mode so far, and I can't wait to start the PGA Tour. So once again, guys and girls, thanks for watching. It's really appreciated, and I'll see you for the PGA Tour coming up soon. Take care. Catch you next time. Bye.